Hello, I'm John. I'm a website designer, I'm a graphic designer and an illustrator, and I did a video a couple of years ago about WordPress. I've just dipped into WordPress 6 and it's really cool. So many cool new things that you can do with WordPress 6. In the last 2 months, I have seen a few websites, and I made a video about this in 2020, and it still seems to be a problem. If you are someone who has a website and you get a website built, and when you try and go in and edit it, you can't because it doesn't look the way it should, or it breaks really easily. Something has gone wrong in that process, and in the two instances I've seen in the last 2 months, that has been to do with poor implementation of WordPress or overuse of plugins, and worst of all, page builders. If you are someone who has a website and you fear for using it, it's just been implemented not the right way. Because I've just used WordPress 6 and it's glorious. And the last time I did a video was on WordPress 5, and that was really cool. Such a smooth, comfortable process. And then I've helped two clients out who had older versions of WordPress, and basically one of them came to me and the menu wasn't looking the way it should, and the layout of the pages were totally different in the back end admin as to how the front end was, and some of the links were broken. And as I went through the process, I could see that certain page builders, Elementor, I'm looking at you, there's things called page builders which are very helpful for developers to build websites with quickly, that don't necessarily help the end user, the client, when they come to edit their own site. And maybe the client doesn't want to edit their own site, and that because the time poor, but that should then be passed on to a copywriter or someone who has the time to update that site for them. Or in the cases of my clients, sometimes I do, but not always, because the point is that I hand over the website to the client, and they should have a smooth process. Once I've finished building a website for a client, they shouldn't ever have to come back to me other than to say, hello, how are you, would you like a cup of tea? Because that is how a website should be built, with the end client's comfort in mind. That's the way I've always built sites, and I still do, and more I'm seeing problems with sites. So if that's something that you have a problem with and you want me to have a quick look at it, by all means get in touch and see what you can achieve now with a website, the kind of layout, cool things that you can do without having to have coding knowledge is super helpful. Thanks. Bye.